1966, the United Kingdom is swinging. Miniskirts are in fashion, and England are the World Cup champions, and Harold Wilson has returned as Prime Minister after a Labour landslide, and in the Leicester constituency of Bosworth, Woodrow Wyatt has been elected MP for the Labour Party. The last time Bosworth constituency sent anybody to Westminster that wasn't a Conservative, nearly 54 years ago, before even I was born. And then, whilst your Labour and your Liberal Democrat candidates are now arguing about their bar charts and who's got the best chance of beating the Conservative, the reality is they're in a race for second place. 2 years ago, in the 2017 general election, the Tory vote, 56% of the total vote, more votes than all the other parties put together. The gap between the Tory and Labour was 18,351 votes, and the gap between Tory and Liberal Democrat, 22,100 votes. The total Lib Dem vote was only 9,744. And that was when we had a Tory MP who lived over 150 miles away, who'd been caught using his expenses to pay for his hobbies and his place on a course on intimate relationships, and had some odd ideas about using astrology in the NHS and homeopathy to fix a poorly cow. I vehemently disagree with the Conservatives' policies. I disagree with their opinions and their attitudes. But I also disagree with Labour and Liberal Democrat candidates here in Bosworth calling their Tory candidate entitled or calling him an outsider. It smacks to me of desperation on their part. I believe that Labour and Liberal Democrat candidates know really that they can't win here. But believe me, if Labour and Liberal Democrats could agree to one candidate standing here, then you would not see me and you would not see my party in this constituency. I don't say this because I want a Conservative MP to be representing Bosworth. I believe a Tory majority, a Boris Johnson majority, will be disastrous for this country. It'll take us years to put things back together. I dislike intensely Boris Johnson's arrogance and his rudeness. A majority for his Tory party would be like giving Boris Johnson permission to continue to insult people who are just not like him. But Green politicians, Green Party members, we tell the truth. And the resistance to a Tory majority in this election is not going to start here in Bosworth. Our world is in great peril. But you don't have to believe me. You don't even have to believe the United Nations. You don't have to believe the hundreds of scientists that have helped the Green Party put our Green New Deal together over the last 10 years. You don't even have to believe David Attenborough, although I think he does know what he's talking about. You surely should believe your ears and your eyes and believe your own instincts. Our world is in crisis. The climate is changing, and it's because of things we have done, the way that we lived our lives. We can make it better. There is hope, but we have to act now, we have to act big, and we have to act immediately. Not wait 5 or 10 years. We haven't got that time. We're worried, and we think you should be worried too, that the other parties will not keep climate crisis at the top of their agenda once this election's over. We think Labour will have problems with the unions. Jeremy Corbyn, a lifelong member of CND, isn't even able to cancel Trident, and I think that's because of union interference. The Tory party, even if you believe they do care about the climate crisis, are not going to risk the profits of their friends in big business. The Lib Dems will never risk losing any power they might get in this election. They will just simply fall in line behind the bigger parties, making token gestures towards the climate crisis that we're experiencing. In short, they will all think about the next 5 years. They will think about their own positions. They will not push through the necessary change that we have to have in our climate and how we manage our lives. A vote for Green is the only way to clear away the noise, to say that you want that to be their priority. I want you to think about voting Green this Thursday. If you were thinking of voting for Labour or Liberal Democrat in Bosworth, the reality is you're not going to let a Tory in. If you were thinking of voting Conservative, but you choose to vote Green, you will not let Labour or Liberal Democrats in either. Your vote will add to the millions of people that are going to vote Green on Thursday, and it will tell the people in power that you insist that they honour the promises they've made to climate change, the promises they've made to deal with our climate crisis. We are at a crucial moment in our lives, a tipping point for our planet. So many parts of the world are burning more than ever before. They are so dry, and many more places suffering drought, whilst other parts of the world are flooding. Our seas are rising, people are being pushed off land that they have lived on for centuries. Extreme weather is becoming normal. The human race is not about to become extinct, but many animals are. As an example, over only 2 days in November last year, record-breaking heat in Australia's north wiped out almost 1/3 of the nation's spectacular flying fox bats. The depleted levels of oxygen in our oceans threaten many fish species. Our world is heating up and we are threatened like never before. But we can still take action now. We believe we can make it better, but we cannot wait till later. And a vote for Green is the only way that you can send that message that you care about this threat to the people in power. Hi, thank you so much for giving us the time to watch this video. We appreciate it very much. I won't make myself popular with the other candidates at this election in Bosworth, I know that. But the reality is, and you can see this reality, the gap between the Conservative vote and everybody else is just too great for anybody to fill. You can vote Green at this election on Thursday without any worry of affecting the overall result of this election. You can vote Green for the planet and the people of this planet, and I urge you to think about doing that. I'm Mick Gregg. My contact details are coming up next. I'd be very happy to hear from you. Thank you so much.